It's David Gomm in the Stained Glass Studio, and today I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about faking a stained glass repair. The other day we had a student who was soldering her window and one of the pieces of glass cracked. And we did a little repair there, and it reminded me that you can do that. That's a method of repairing your glass without actually having to chip out the glass. So the first thing you want to do when you decide that you're going to do this type of repair is you kind of determine whether or not that will work. You know, you've got to assess it. Will you be able to put a piece of foil across where the broken piece is and cover it up in a natural looking method? Now, so then that means that pieces that are geometric will work well. And also if it's a very small crack, this particular one had quite a number of curves in it, but we were able to start the foil on one side, we set it across, and gave it some curve so that it didn't really look like somebody had just stuck a piece of tape on there. So that's the first thing you do, is that you evaluate whether or not it's going to work. And the next thing you want to do is clean the spot where you're going to repair it. Usually the time that a crack occurs is while you're soldering. And so most likely you'll have some flux on your window. So you just want to clean it off really good so that the tape, the copper foil tape, will stick to the glass. So scrub it off good and dry it really well. Now then, you want to solder the foil in place. I like to solder at the top, then at the bottom, and then bit by bit. Now you don't want to shock the glass with too much heat. So it's often a good idea to solder at different spots of the foil rather than passing it right all along in a continuous line. You'll feel for it. You'll get a feel for it. You'll know whether or not that particular piece is going to work or not. Okay, then you turn your panel over and you want to clean it off again and then duplicate the foil on the back so that it looks the same as it did on the front. Now on that student who broke hers, she said, well, no one will ever see the back of the window, so she didn't even feel like she needed to do that step. But when we're doing it, we usually flip it over, duplicate it on the back so that you get the same look. So that then, number 5, you want to clean and patina the finished panel, and it'll look great. It'll look just like you want it to. And as a matter of fact, we notice that this method is so successful that very often you won't even know where the repair was unless you're really looking for it. So that's it. That's my tip on how to do a fake repair, and that comes in handy. All right, see you next time in the Glass Studio.